Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and I'm actually fairly surprised. Hotfix 4.1.2 is out and yeah, it's a big one. Like seriously, it's got the most fixes I've seen in a hotfix so far, which is actually kind of good. 4.1 itself actually had some flaws, we all know this, but wow, I'm actually really impressed to see a big hotfix coming out which had more than just like 3 or 4 changes. So let's discuss the changes themselves. So the big thing here is the Medusa missile refactor. We weren't completely happy with the Medusa's performance following 4.1.1, so we've taken another crack at tightening up the play experience of the unit with the following changes. Added a new missile animation where she rears up instead of leaning down to fire. Okay, so they made a completely new animation apparently? Reduced the collision radius of Medusa's projectiles from 0.75 to 0.2. Shockwave size remains the same. And added penetration to the projectile up to 3 small entities. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm actually quite happy about this. Well, I'm going to have to test this out. I haven't played with the Dark Elves in a while, to be honest. It's mostly because they are in a bit of a need of a rework. But that's actually cool that they're getting at least a few changes. And just nice in general to see an animation being redone. Okay, now we're going to be a bit more rapid fire because there are a lot of changes. So main menu backgrounds now have the appropriate corresponding music. Okay, cool. Fix the Vault of Nagash landmark building in the Black Pyramid of Nagash settlement not being available to the Vampire Coast. Oh, weird. Okay. Sethoriel the Everwatcher now uses the Law of Metal in campaign. I really do wish, since he does have a bit of a unique model and so on, just give him campaign traits, some skills and so on, and make him like a FLC Legendary Lord. They didn't introduce this character in Warhammer 1. It would be kind of nice if they just made him a proper Legendary Lord. Same thing with Surfer Ek, to be honest. Fix Sethoriel the Everwatcher having the combat stats of a regular Lord of Change instead of an Exalted Lord of Change. Okay, so he should be a bit stronger now. The achievement, man the wall, capture all 3 Great Bastion Gates, Celestial City secured, capture Wei Jin, and reclaim your place. Capture all 3 major Kislev cities will now unlock in Immortal Empires as well as Realm of Chaos. Good, good. The Blood Brute Behemoth Gorgon unit is now correctly tied to a rank requirement for the Demon Prince faction. Yeah, he apparently just recently became available for Daniel. I mean, for those playing Daniel, at least it's going to be a bit better. Fixed an issue where the Lilith's Blessing stance icon was showing a very large tooltip on the pre-battle screen. Okay, cool. Fixed an issue where the Lilith, the Maiden technology, had no usable effects for Dryka. Effects that are not valid for a faction are now hidden as they were in Warhammer 2. Okay, this is actually kind of nice. Which hides the Spellsinger capacity effect and an additional effect that increases the minimum wins of magic power reserve an army can have that has been added as technology. Okay, so this is actually quite good, mostly because, yeah, some techs don't actually apply fully to a faction, and some people are getting confused because it said that it did. So I'm kind of happy that that's gone now. Fixed an issue where the number of available rights for Malekith and Morathi were being displayed as double the intended amount on an end-turn dial. Okay. Fixed an issue where magic items were being dropped in every battle rather than a random chance. Well, a bit of a shame there, but I guess that makes sense. Some people are getting way too many. Dwarf Crawlers no longer wield both their melee and missile weapon at the same time when performing certain animations in close combat. Okay. Again, I know this isn't a big thing, but some people do zoom in to get style shots, and it does make it kind of annoying. Fix an issue where dilemmas offering confederation with certain Bretonnia factions would be missing text explaining which faction could be confederated. Cool. Fix the hammer into anvil skill, applying its effects twice into certain Warriors of Chaos units. Fixed Rapun's de Lyonesse not having the correct technologies in the chivalry section of her technology tree as she had in Warhammer 2. And fixed a graphical glitch at the beginning of her technology tree that meant to show a group around the heraldry section. Okay. Fixed a rare script breakage where the upgrade settlement building mission was completed by upgrading an ogre camp building. Well, yeah, I mean, it's still pretty much a settlement, just different. But yeah, I get what they did. Fixed a rare softlock during the Formless Horror tutorial when skipping back and forth between the sections. Good. Getting rid of the softlocks are the most important thing, to be honest. Right, fixed Warriors of Chaos being able to construct altar buildings in the Wei Jin settlement in the Realm of Chaos campaign. The technology Ferocious Plans now takes 1 turn to research for Clan Mulder to bring them in line with the other Skaven factions. Good. Beastmen no longer receive the events that affected recruitment costs, as they grant no benefit to them. Fantastic. I mean, yeah, should have been a thing for a while. Fixed ogre camps not increasing income from landmark buildings. Task arrows for hidden allied AI armies are now also hidden. Okay. Players will no longer receive multiple battle notifications for the same event one after another. Building attack messages should now stay visible until they're no longer relevant. Cool. Fixed an instance where ogre contracts would fail to be issued. Yes, this was a massive issue for the free people playing ogres. They really do need a bit of a fix, a proper fix. When using slave dictats, they will now be listed under dictats rather than rights in the slave's tooltip breakdown. Okay. Dictats now also show the correct icons, descriptions in the province info panel when used. Added a preview for the effects granted from certain dilemmas. Oh, okay. If that's what I think it is. I've not been able to test this out just yet, as I've not had a lot of time on my PC. That's actually quite good. I like the idea of having previews for dilemmas. This is quite important. Fixed an issue where flame cannons would not fire if they had a rune applied to them pre-battle. Okay, cool. Fixed soft locks during the character rank up skills tutorial when opening up the objectives panel or when attacking an enemy. We're going to the second part here, which shows that this is actually a fairly big hotfix. The Law of a Shoot passive, Killing Fire, now applies its full damage as intended instead of only a single tick. Good. This is about time. It's something that's been an issue since they launched, so better late than never. I mean, it should have been fixed from the beginning, but yeah. Fixed the Canopic Jaws icon not displaying correctly in the Mortuary Cult panel. Cool. Oxyota's defeat trait will now correctly appear in the character's detail panel. Yuanbo's unique skill, Celestial Administration, will now also increase Dragon-Blooded Shugengen's recruit rank when replacing. Awesome. Actually, that's not too bad. Nakari will now start the campaign with the Harvesters of Souls passive ability. Awesome. Love that. Any attention to Sunesh factions is great for me. Boris Ursa's unique skill, Grand Builder, now correctly reduces the construction time of religious buildings. Village will now gain bonuses for High Winds of Magic if an army has more than 100 reserves. Awesome. He needed that. I mean, he's still very strong, but a little bit of a buff is also nice. Fixed the icon used by Snickish's From the Shadows skill / ability. Okay. The Vampire Coast technology, Lord Tuto's Adley, is now correctly labeled as a deep caster in the unit info panel. Fixed the trait gained by being present in Vampiric Corruption, not applying replenishment to the entire army. Fixed skills in the magic lines for the Light Archmage and the Tzeentch Demon Prince, not requiring the correct amount of skills in the previous groups. Yeah, so this, I believe the Demon Prince needed 6 skills instead of 4 to progress forward. Didn't know about the Light Mage for the high elves, but to be honest, when do people use the Law of Light, right? Fixed male cafe units not playing vocalizations when charging, alright. Fixed Forex defeat trait not increasing magic item drop chance, okay. Fixed the Brace Shaman heroes not having the many-limbed fiend skills. Honestly, I was wondering where those went. I provided a lot of feedback regarding that because I played Beastmen fairly often. Alright, let's continue. Fixed the Fire Mage on Sun Dragon missing the additional 10 missile resistance. Cool. The Shadow Lich Priest on Skeletal Horse is now correctly labeled as a Shadow Caster in the unit info panel. Summoned Ancestral Warriors now have the Astrida attribute. Yeah, makes sense for summoned stuff, you know. Fix the 8th Book of Nagash, not further reducing construction costs via the Fostered Terror Commandment. Cool. AI Tomb King factions can now recruit the Caster of Souls after performing the rites. Alright, that's going to make them a little bit better to fight against. And finally, Handmaidens of the Everqueen now start with the Quicksilver Shot passive ability in campaign. Okay, just some general thoughts. Mostly when we get hotfixes, it's usually around 4 changes. This is around, I want to say 40 or so. I've not really been able to count. And yeah, I mean, if we're going to start getting hotfixes of this style, it's only been a week since the last one, this should be fairly good. I'm hoping that this remains a regular thing. Obviously, keep in mind that we're going to start seeing this less and less as they start to get ready to break for the holidays, as Creative Assembly normally break on the 16th. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty good. This is actually surprising more than anything else. This is a good surprise, not a bad surprise. Hopefully everything works as intended. I've not been able to test everything just yet. I've only literally just gotten home, and I've got to get some stuff ready for like work and so on. But yeah, I mean, so far so good. It looks like they might be in an actual panic considering everything going on. I mean, time will tell. But let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Let's start a bit of a discussion. I do apologize for the late video. This has been out for like an hour or so now. It's just running around like a super lunatic today.